Hi all, how are you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. So I was taking a look at some sort of AI coins and GPU kind of coins. Okay, so certain coins which invest in GPU powering GPUs and that kind of thing. Things like Nasana, Blender, Render. There's absolutely loads of these kind of things, and one of the problems I think in this market is that there's a massive saturation. There's a lot of hype over AI. There seems to be a lot of saturation in the market of a lot of AI coins that are doing similar kind of things. Creating images from prompts and creating videos from prompts, and also GPU power. Using other people's computers to power, um, GPUs and stuff like that. Okay, so sharing computing power, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of similar stuff in the market. It feels very saturated. Okay, but I just wanted to have a quick look at this Blender. Um, so Crypto Gains, who I called a scam tuber in the past. I'm not sure he's quite that bad, all right. So maybe I'll sort of backtrack a little bit, but he does he does promote a lot of small cap coins, so there's nothing wrong in that, okay. But I think, yeah, I think he probably believes in them in fairness, okay. But he occasionally he will promote these things, and I get the feeling he's getting paid to promote these things. So I've mentioned that, but I don't think he's as bad as maybe I made out him to be. Okay, so this guy's genuinely a millionaire from the stuff he's promoted. So obviously, there's a lot of people following him, hoping to get these 100x, 1000x gains in stuff. And my sort of take on this is just beware. Um, of these small caps. Don't put an absolute fortune into these things. Now, if you look at the Blender price on Coin Market Cap, you can see, it went up to point four, sorry, it went up to about four. It's now point four. It's sort of been bobbling along, um, for a few months. So the eighth month to the sort of 12th month now has not really been doing a great deal, sort of up and down, nothing, no great shakes. Let's have a look at the all-time graph. Yeah, so it sort of came along here, went up to the moon, and then sort of back down and bobbling along. Okay, but the thing that sort of gets me, if you go to the Twitter, okay, so this guy's written some stuff. Blender team needs to up their game. Things are not looking too good. The real world use cases don't start showing some real action. GPU as a software industry as a whole needs to integrate some of the front end software solutions that need the firepower, else it's downhill from here. Um, any updates on roadmap or any sex or DEX listings? And then you get these other things like Blender to the moon. These just look like sort of bots sort of saying these things. And then this person's put, this project is so dead. The team is yet unknown. Dump this slow rug. All right. Another sort of bot comment, simply amazing. Blender to the moon. And someone's just put scam. Okay. Then another sort of, these just look like robot responses, free fire symbols. Again, these again look like sort of bot comments, Blender to the moon, rockets, whatever. But this one is really interesting, I think. So Bob's written here, you muted me in Telegram for asking where is team. They never respond to us as rest of the community are same every time, which is big red flag. Okay, so I don't get why these teams, this is how big is this project? 18 million market cap. That's pretty, it's smallish, but it's still pretty decent. Why aren't they showing the faces? Why aren't they talking to the community better? Why do they, speak down to the community and just block them and that kind of thing? That thing that I just don't understand. If you're a legitimate project, why don't you, come out a little bit more and be a bit more open and honest? And but anyway, this guy's written, so he's put here, the rest of the community asks same every time, which is big red flag, and I will not stop and will tell everyone about that. I don't care about my bag anymore. So this guy's got a bag. He's saying he's got a bag in it. So after all this hesitation and community and all of us asking the same thing, team didn't even feel worried about the project and act fast and just give the community the simplest rights, which is taught to people who invest in. Whatever we ask here, just get forwarded by mods who don't have any answers. Okay, so obviously you can't blame the mods, um, because they're not the actual people behind the project. All right, they're just mods. With all my respect, Rose can do what they do. I am big holder, really big one, and I could farm chart like everyone do and could make good money from doing like others. But so here's someone who actually wants the project to go forwards properly. Okay, this is a sort of proper kind of business person. The way they want things to go forwards, and they're not getting it, and they're just getting banned and muted, silenced. Okay. When update on Blender box. Okay, so it just feels like, from that point of view, it just feels a very dubious project. Um, Now, if you have a look at the who's following this as well is quite interesting. Followed by Crypto Banter, Mario Narfall, Gem Hunter. So you've got a few big wigs who are following it. Um, But yeah, I'm just very wary about all these projects now. So many AI projects out there. They can't all go to the moon. All right. There will be some winners. All right. But this is the thing. It's like picking the winner kind of thing. It could be that you can make some money and this project will lose in the long run. But in the short term, you could gain. And I think that's where a lot of these people are. They You'll notice that they'll like 3x or 10x very quickly. So are these people, you know, getting in, promoting it on their YouTube channel, getting a quick 10x, 3x, maybe taking profits, maybe leaving a sort of moon, they call it a moon bag, where basically if it goes to zero, it doesn't matter because they've already taken out their money that they put in plus some. Okay, so that's kind of how they do it. Put some money in. So let's say if you put £100 in, whatever, if you make 150 back, you've made some and you've got still some invested in the game. All right. So I believe that's kind of the thing that a lot of these people do. All right. They leave um, some stuff in there. So if it does 100x, 1000x, then they're going to make good on the gains, and nothing wrong in that. All right. But this is just really a kind of cautionary tale that I'm making about these projects, that whatever you do, I would avoid putting all your money into one of these projects. Okay. So if you want to put in a little bit into 100 of these projects, then you're covering yourself a little bit more. So I'm not saying Blender is a scam by any stretch of the imagination, but I just think these kind of projects, you don't know who the team is half the time. Okay, more than half the time actually, and they also seem a muchness. So let me know in the comments what you think about these things. I've been watching several videos on these kind of things, and they look exciting, but then you think, well, there's just too many of them. Okay, there's far too many of them. They can't all succeed, in my opinion. Anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about Blender and any other sort of projects like this. Let me know.